What's going on? Move the Mouse here, back in City Skylines, the town of Santa Rico, and we have a massive wall of water coming for our town. So a lot of people had mentioned it, that I did not trigger the evacuation in the last episode, but I wasn't too worried about it with very contained fires, ability to handle the thunderstorms well with a lightning rod policy, and the poor people in the park did probably suffer the most. But until Park Life comes out, they're not actually really paying admission to get into this entire area, which we can trigger a cost for later on. Maybe even throw some toll booths on the Central Park Road. But until then, they don't get early warnings. So what we do have coming our way, though, unfortunately, is an absolutely massive wall of water. And we have this tiny little flood wall. Now, I'm going to let this one ride out and see what happens. And in fact, somebody mentioned in the comments, and it was my exact concern, this can actually help retain water. So when this tsunami comes rushing in, unfortunately, let's throw it on 3 times speed. Unfortunately, it might actually prevent the draining, so we can bulldoze that real quick if that is the case. Because there's a lot of crime happening around the city as the evacuation order happens. All of a sudden, the looters come out. Wow, the looters are everywhere. So I don't suspect anyone's gonna have any problems over here. And in fact, I don't think anywhere this side of the highway is gonna have any issues. However, with a tsunami this big coming in, my God, look at it, it's rolling over. It's rolling over everything. Look at it just coming over the terrain. It's over that that land over there. Oh man, this is gonna be a good one. So what we were doing, the random disasters weren't happening fast enough, so I was triggering some manual disasters, and right at the end of the last episode, that is when this massive tsunami started rolling in towards the city. So today we've got some RNG numbers. They are 622, 524, 96, and what does that mean? Well, it means we've got an earthquake, a forest fire, and a sinkhole coming. Where they're coming, I'll tell you after this tsunami hits, because this looks like this is going to be pretty devastating. I would get a good look at the zoo and the theme park now. I did issue an evacuation order, and these people are just hanging out at the zoo. You people might want to head out, just saying. These people are still riding the roller coaster. They're thrill seekers. Oh, is there nobody on that car? Okay. Be funny if there was. I mean, there's still people at the park. Is there still people going on cruises? Because that is going to be one heck of a ride. Let's watch these boats as this wave hits. They take it like champs. They're just, you know, surfs up. Another day on the cruise line. The water is got some strange artifacting happening there. This is 3 times speed. This is one of the downsides of the natural disasters. That is a huge wall of water. Not just height-wise, I just realized depth-wise. This is gonna hurt. Should we cheat it? Raise a massive wall of dirt over here? I don't know if we can raise a wall big enough. I'm gonna ride this one out just to see what happens. While we're waiting on that, we may as well get to our other natural disasters to see how well the city really handles Armageddon. So those numbers were earthquake, forest fire, and sinkhole. And where they're coming, I didn't realize, but we can throw. So you can hit the radial wheel and actually throw different size disasters. So with this massive tsunami coming, I'm going to go right in the middle of the road. So 5.5 looks good. A 5.5 earthquake in Beamer Park. Sorry, Dave.
Warning.
We'll let that roll in. The other thing that we have heading our way is a forest fire in the Nason district, and some punk kids were out here smoking cigarettes in the trees. Caught the trees on fire. Oh, that burst into flames right away, huh? We do have a fire department right there, so I'm hoping it's not going to be too big of a deal. And then the last one is a sinkhole in Dean Park. Then we've got to whip our camera down over here. Let's see, Dean Park is... Oh, not Dean Park, Dean Hills, I'm sorry. Oh, our new residential area. Okay, we'll make this... Want to see how big the sinkholes get? Let's find out. Let's center it right in on the Dean Hills name. We're at 162,000 right now. And I have a feeling this is going to cause a considerable impact. I think people are just dying from the stress right now.
Residents should take precautionary measures.
Hopefully people are getting out to the shelters. Still see a fair number of people out on the road, but it looks like they're all moving to the shelters, which is good. Hopefully all these people are getting in. Look at that. Look at that crowd of survivors clinging together for life. Like the last couple Cheerios in a bowl of milk. That wall of water is getting really close, people. I wouldn't wait for crosswalks at this point. I would just... running in front of a car would be preferable to waiting for that wall of water to hit. Alright, it is... it's coming. As you can see, they're very slow. It definitely crested over that mound of grass over there. Oh, it's slow because I clicked it back on one-time speed. If you were shaking your fist at the screen, it was well deserved. Sorry about that. This is a 7.6 tsunami. We could have gone all the way up to 10 on any of these random disasters. Thank you for pointing that out in the comments. I did not realize that there was kind of this brush tool for how severe the disasters are. So thank you in the comments. I know quite a bit about the game, but I am learning every day from people just like you in the comments down below. Holy cow, this forest fire is a lot worse than I thought it was going to be. This is why you shouldn't smoke, kids. Because stuff like this happens. I don't know where my disaster services are. I don't know. Did they not work when the evacuation is on? That would be unfortunate. That would be really unfortunate. This could be an expensive one. So we've got a pretty decent fire raging. Might affect our stadium or university campus. We've got a big earthquake, or a reasonable size earthquake coming for Beamer Park. And then a sinkhole coming for these poor high-tech green housing buildings. But hey, they were complaining about the noise over here, so... They all got early warnings. Everybody's been ordered to evacuate. Lots of people are dying. Hopefully not getting trampled in the chaos. The crowds are definitely thinning out down here. And these are our two closest evacuation points to the... Here comes the earthquake. Oh, man. Oh no.
An earthquake.
Are you kidding me?
Don't panic and wait for help if you are in the affected
That's terrible. Please tell me you saw that. That was a shelter that I just ordered people to go to, and it collapsed into the ground. So anyone who was in that shelter, I'm pretty sure, is dead. We're down 7,000 people. I think they had 10,000 capacity. Beamer Park was hit hard. This is a bad day in Santa Rico. March 20th, 2045. And note that one down. Very sad day in Santa Rico. The day we ordered people to go into a shelter that then collapsed. Well, I was thinking that the third episode in this series was going to be the big one. But with this massive tsunami coming, in addition to all these other disasters, I think today's going to be even worse. Because what was, I'll tell you right now, what was planned for the next episode was a tsunami coming right here, Sammy Square. Now, I don't know if I could trigger it there, so we probably would have had to trigger it here on the water, because that's as close as we can get to the tile. But this was kind of already the plan for next episode, and most of the town may be washed out, at least here on this side of the city. I keep reverting back to one-time speed. I gotta be careful there. Now, you look at it from the side, right? It doesn't look that deep. At this point, thought it was earlier. It's definitely going to cause some serious problems for the city. So we've got just death happening everywhere. I can't believe the earthquake ate the shelter. That's honestly so sad. Like, come here, be safe, please get away from the danger. And they might have been safer just staying in their homes around here. We might have lost less people. We told so many people to get into the shelter, and then it just folded into the ground. It is kind of sad. So, at least as far as I know, I hope the shelters are floodproof. We definitely have a lot less people streaming in, which is good. So they're either at capacity or we've got most of the people out of the city at this point. People are tweeting about recycling, still separating trash. This may not be the time to worry about that. May have more important things. So you can see the water is receding fairly fast from the ground that it went over. The problem is this nice gentle slope of a beach that we have here, which, interestingly enough, ships could not come in and leave anyways right now, because apparently they're on the beach. But yeah, let's go watch what our flood wall does here. Nice, beautiful, wonky flood wall. Look at saving us from all the water, doing its job. Then it quit. Oh yeah, the camera whips over here because a tsunami wave is detected, because we have a buoy right there. Does it actually get pushed into the city? That would be pretty funny. But it doesn't warn you until it actually, the wave actually hits that buoy. Man, it's pretty bad. Pretty bad stuff. You can, it keeps reverting back to, it must revert back to one-time speed on announcements. Keep that up. Let me keep the window up at the bottom. So we're losing lots and lots of money. This is an expensive day for the city, as well as a sad day for the city. There goes our zoo and our theme park. I'm pretty sure those are not going to recover. Most of the businesses and roads in here probably going to get demolished. We might have to break out the bulldozer over here. I'm just saying, there's going to be a lot of water. A lot of cleanup needs to be done. And if anyone wants to stay in business in Santa Rico, wink wink, might want to throw some money our way, because we have a ton of cleanup to do. Somebody get the shop vac out, because we have a bit of water. I'm going to leave the flood wall up for now, because this is going to be interesting to see how much of the water actually gets retained by this. Man, look at all the why are all the people dying up here? Is this just death that isn't getting serviced? Not enough customers. You should not be at your businesses worrying about customers right now. You should be worrying about life. Still people running around up here. I don't know if they're trying to get to a shelter or they're just... Yeah, this is a line of cars heading to the shelter. It's like the only place that they're worried about going right now. Okay, sinkhole. Do we have an emergency shelter near the sinkhole? We do. Oh, that's nothing. Look at that. One street, couple buildings, big deal.
Tsunami has struck the city. Take caution and avoid roads
This is our
and
problem right
waterfronts
now.
until the water recedes.
This is a big one. And I say it's a big one, but it's only a 7.9, 7.6. So we might have to throw another one at the city in the next episode, because that was on the cards anyways, just to see how far up the water gets. It looks like it's actually flooding all the way up into Central Park, which is pretty devastating. Let's throw it on cinematic mode for a minute. See if we can see where all the water is. It's flooding our roundabout. Where are you people driving to? For real. Is there a stop sign there? On my rotary? Why were they stopped? They're driving right through the water. They don't seem to care. The highway tunnel is flooding. Oh, what? It just whipped the camera over to something and then reverted me back.
A sinkhole has occurred somewhere in the city.
Oh, we have
Stay
another
out of harm's
random
way
sinkhole
and contact
somewhere.
Authorities with any information.
Okay. So we've got some problems happening. I'm not sure. Oh, these buildings are just getting abandoned now. That's interesting. Wow, we've lost almost 30,000 people from death or desertion. The water does seem to be well, kind of receding, maybe not. No, never mind. I take it back. It's all the way up here. It didn't affect the Central Park side of things as bad as I thought. I thought it would rush up more up here. The flood wall did its job, obviously, really well. I'm kidding. It did not do much at all. It just... We can demo this so that the water actually runs out now. You can see it's all kind of channeling in behind it. I don't think this is really going to help. And all it does is disrupt kind of the look of this coastline, so we'll
A tsunami has struck the city.
Yeah, we know.
Take
Thank you.
caution and avoid roads and waterfronts until
Man.
the water recedes.
So, people are complaining about garbage service. Like, hey, when are you coming to pick up my garbage? Like, you think maybe we get some other stuff to worry about right now? All right. Guess what? You're getting a disaster up here for all the complaints. I'm gonna tell you that right now. So, cleanup wise, on a tsunami, you can't really do much until the water goes away, right? I mean, there's no point in doing anything right now. There were a lot of trees here. It reverts the terrain, or I guess oh no, those aren't trees. Wow, I'm an idiot. Those are building supports. It will revert the terrain back once you bulldoze it. So yeah, trees will pop back up. I thought those were trees for a minute, but no, just me being stupid. So man, there's a ton of stuff to demo. We lost our shipping harbor. Do I want to demolish it? No, let's leave it. Okay, fine. We did lose our zoo. The poor animals. Rip Harambe. We lost. We did not lose our theme park. That's good. Casino's safe for yet another day. Well, I don't think there's many roads that will get people there. Criminals robbing a business. Not enough customers. Too many criminals. What business is that? And how deep is the water here? That I can only see the little rooftop of the structure. What is it? Oh, it's a salon. Oh, saloon? What? I can't read that. I have bad eyesight. Even with the big UI. Oh, it's a pub. Okay. A public house. Yeah, what's with all the garbage complaints up here? For real? Shh. Stop complaining about garbage. We've got other things to deal with. A lot of houses getting abandoned. Let's see. How bad is the water situation here? It's still pretty bad, but I think the worst of it's over. So get back to work, everybody. Go back to your homes. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay in the shelters anymore. Let's see all the people streaming out here. So if we go into free camera, Where is she? There she is. Back to work, people. Who put garbage cans in the middle of the road? I wonder if all these people are like, okay, I'm gonna go back to my house. We wrote it out. Everything's good. I live over here. I think this was, let me see. That was office parks? I forget now. That was mostly office space. Those are a lot of buildings that got affected. We've got some apartments. This is a massive block of apartments, unfortunately. So let's kind of survey the damage. The water is still pretty deep there. It is slowly heading back out. Did I go? I went back to one-time speed. I don't know. I think it's the automated announcements that do this. Apparently there's demand for residential right now, as you can understand, since massive city blocks are now missing. People will live, or are able to live, in the shelters. Ooh, what did we lose here? What was there? Does anybody remember? Does it tell us? The Expo Center. The Expo Center offers edutainment and for citizens and tourists. Not a lot of edutainment happening right now. Oh, the building needs to be searched for survivors by a disaster response unit before it can be rebuilt. Oh, when you see these icons, they're ready for rebuilding. Okay. How do you rebuild it? Is there a trick to actually rebuilding, or does it happen on its own? Oh no, our metro. Our metro. Okay, search it for survivors so I can rebuild it, please. This metro too? Oh, this is totally gonna destroy. All these people have to walk out of here now. They took the metro in, come back out. Infrastructure's totally collapsed.
Tsunami has struck the city.
What?
Take caution and avoid roads and waterfronts.
Did the tsunami come all the way through and hit our other buoy or something? I thought we had one up here also. Or do we have one over here on this edge of the map? Look out for river-based tsunamis somewhere. So all in all, I would say this one went much worse than last episode, and I don't even think we need to do cleanup per se here. So I don't even know where to begin the cleanup on this one. You can let the disaster response unit kind of start to do its thing. They will eventually go out to the buildings. Karaoke, no. Oh, poor karaoke building. So the you can demo these buildings, obviously, and they will rezone and people will move back in as there's demand. But we've lost, wow, 40,000 people. A lot of people. Hopefully those are people that moved out, but based on the death icons and the fact that an entire shelter collapsed into the earth, it's a dark day in Santa Rico. So we will, I think we'll call it a day for here, because I can't even begin to really repair things until this water goes away. First of all, we've got stuff like the sinkhole over here. I've got an idea. I got an idea how we can fix this one up real fast before the end of the episode. So we'll get out our level tool. Let's crank the strength up. Fix that right there. And break out our roads. Get that connected, and we will go to our repair tool. And we'll fix this up. Good as new, right? Like it never even happened. Cemetery. Cemetery. There we go. Little memorial. RIP. I think it calls for another one over here as well. This was particularly sad. I can't believe the shelter, it describes it as virtually indestructible. I guess a direct earthquake is the virtually part. Are these tree-lined streets? Yeah, they're tree-lined. These need to be repaired, that's all. So let's break out the curve tool. Hook that back in. I can't do it from there. Okay. That is now a bridge because of the... Man, that's sad. That's where the shelter was. So let's get another cemetery in over here for sure. Probably be like 10 of them over here, or 10,000 people, or I guess 3 technically. It's a sad day. It's a very sad day in Santa Rico. No jokes about this one. Can we get a cemetery in here? Please. Space area occupied.
A tsunami has struck the city. Take caution and avoid
We'll do that for
roads
now.
and waterfronts until the water recedes.
So the water's pretty much gone at this point. I mean, it's not too bad. I mean, come on. This is heavy rain at this point compared to what just hit the city. That's nothing. But as you can see, we've totally, almost totally wiped out this wedge of the city. A pretty sad day. We've got our cemetery memorials. Oh, this is where the other sinkhole hit. I didn't even notice that until just now. Okay, let's at least repair some of our road network, so people can get around the flashy Lilac Park district. Come into the town and spend some money. We're not really working on our infrastructure. These poor people, they moved in right next to the sauna. And that's that one little square where that apartment building is. It's right next to the metro station. City is not holding up too well when we take random disasters and combine it with 3 disasters at a time. Could be doing better. Could definitely be doing better. We'll find out though in the next episode how low we can get the population when we hit the town with the last 3 disasters. So tune in tomorrow for that. Sorry I am not getting into a full fix mode, but honestly, once the water finishes draining out, we could kind of think about that, but since we're going to hit the town with 3 more disasters, I think we just see how much impact they have and see where we go from there. And we'll throw them on full tilt in the next episode. Maximum scale damage, so be sure and tune in for that. If you did enjoy this video, likes, comments, shares always help the channel and are greatly appreciated. If you're new here, subscribe, hit the bell to get notifications, and until tomorrow when we see how bad it gets, this is Move the Mouse signing off.